In this video today, we're going to look at choosing the best wetsuit, goggles and tri-suit so you can get the most out of your open water swim.
Okay, so here we are. We're looking at the equipment you can wear in a triathlon. We've got Mark in a Speedo tri-suit here, and what you'll see is that the suit is nice and tightly fitting. There's padding on the inside of the crotch to give you some comfort on the bike. The suits are designed to repel water. They dry off very quickly in the heat, and most importantly, they can be worn all throughout the race, under the wetsuit to begin with, and all through to the finish. You do not need to take it off. So we've now got Mark in his wetsuit, and firstly what we need to make sure is that when you go to buy a wetsuit, you actually buy a triathlon wetsuit, very different from a windsurfing or diving wetsuit. These wetsuits are designed to give you more buoyancy, aid flexibility, and keep you warm in the water. Working from the legs up, if you are a weaker swimmer, what you'll need is to have slightly more buoyancy through the legs, meaning that the wetsuit material is thicker. Moving up to the core, it becomes a bit thinner, but aids you buoyancy and posture in the water. And then onto the shoulders, nice and thin to give you plenty of flexibility. Okay, so now we're looking at putting the wetsuit on, and what we've got to do, work from the bottom up. So what we're going to do is make sure, first of all, that the material on the legs is nice and tight, right the way up past the knees, up into the crotch. When you get to the crotch area, give it a good tug to make sure that it's very, very tight. Up past the waist, and then get over the shoulders with the suit. When you're at that point, if you just turn around, you can get somebody else to zip you up, going from bottom to top there. If we turn Mark around, and what we're going to make sure is that in terms of flexibility, Mark can get his arms straight up above his head, plenty of movement through the shoulders, he can lean forwards, that's not going to impinge on him at all, and he's got full range of movement through the suit. So we've got your wetsuit on, we've got your tri-suit on, and the last piece of kit that we need are your goggles. Now there's two different options you can look at with your goggles. First of all, we've got here the mask option. You'll see that these are slightly shaded. On a sunnier day, much better to have these to try and dampen the brightness. They also give you greater peripheral vision, and for some people they find in an open water swim that it gives a more secure fit and are less likely to move around your eye sockets. Another option you've got with your goggles is a clearer lens. You'd use these on a more overcast day, and what you'll see is that the shape of the lens is very different, fits more snugly into your eye sockets, and will give a very, very tight feel. This might be more suitable to a slightly more advanced swimmer.
So thanks Dermot for making sure we've got all the right equipment for the open water swim. Our wetsuit fits properly, we've got the right goggles. And one other thing to remember is lubricant. In the swim you can get some chafing, so if you put the lubricant around your neck, around your armpits, and also if you're struggling getting the wetsuit on initially before the swim, you can put it on your wrists and on your ankles. So that's everything you need for the swim. Good luck and enjoy it.